Yes, yes. I think with most of the people
Yeah.
that I've just been talking to,
Uh-huh.
we come a long way,
Yeah.
right? So similar with you,
Uh-huh.
we come a long way.
You.
It's
It's been
from
years.
from Ivory Park
You.
to wherever we are. You've just been a person that has
It's
been
always
there,
been
right?
around.
That
Yeah.
we've just been shaping this, shaping me, shaping you.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm not growing, you're not growing. That's how I always see it, because of how much how how the relationship we've built musically,
Mhm.
and the amount of work that we've been putting in. If
Yeah.
you are always part of the story, and
Yeah.
you always
Yeah.
find a way to fit
To
in
fit
this,
in.
right?
Yes. Yeah. True.
But you coming with your own voice, and we've made so much music, and I noticed that it's about your life.
Mhm.
I think that's where you are mostly vulnerable
Yeah.
through the music. That's where for me, when I listen to the stuff that we do, it's an outlet, right? It
Yes.
feels
Definitely.
like
Yeah.
an outlet.
Mm.
It feels like you just vented, in everything. Yeah, well, through every musical note that you put in there, the
Yes. Yeah.
words and stuff, you always make sure that after you leave the studio, I ngisala ne-pain.
Oh, really?
I'm left with the heaviness
For
of,
real?
or with the happiness of
Oh,
it, right?
yes. Yeah.
So with everything
I've
that you
never thought
leave,
of it that
yeah,
way.
everything that you leave behind is something
Okay.
that
Yeah.
I I have to connect with
Yeah.
spiritually,
Yeah.
because I
Mm.
feel the honesty, and
Okay. Yeah.
I can hear you,
Mm.
right? So with that being said, do you have a calling?
Sure. You said a whole mouthful, eh? Do I have a calling?
Yeah.
I think everybody's got a calling. I'd say I do.
What does the
Yes,
word calling to
definitely.
you mean?
Actually, I do. Calling to me, nah.
Yeah.
I'd say like a gift. When I hear calling, I hear gift. Yeah, well. So yes, I do have a calling, I would say, and particularly in music. And I'm not just saying this because the context of this is music, but it's always where I felt comfortable. It's always where I felt vulnerable. It's always where I felt heard, where I felt seen.
Mm.
So, yes, I would say music is my calling. And I know this because the few times where, I would like pull away, I would always find myself back there
Mm.
again. So you would say in a way it was like calling me back. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And I think also we've had conversations where I say like studio is my happy place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no, definitely I do.
Mm.
Music was my calling, and I would say it calls my name. Young Wiz.
Who would be the most disappointed if you were to give up on music?
Shoo, myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say myself first, and then everyone that's been there since like day one.
Yeah.
I think you'd be disappointed. I know that they would be too. I think my parents would be too, because they've sort of also become like a huge part of this journey.
Yeah.
They've always rallied behind me, and if I had to say, yeah, I'm done with this, I think it would be okay, then what? Because when you think THANDAZO, you think music as well. Uh, if not other things that I do like a side thing. But yeah, I think my friends who would be there to support, like when I
Yeah.
started with the gigging and all those things, there's so many people I realized that I took with through this journey, people close to me. And just like people, also that little fan base or whatever that you have of people that genuinely love you and they feel like they know you through your music.
Mm.
So maybe quite a few people, but the biggest person would be me.
Dope.
Mm.
I think you have the voice for me.
Thank
Um,
you.
the voice meaning that
Yeah.
the voice that can speak for people that cannot speak,
Okay.
people that cannot be able to communicate and say how they feel, even if it's on a spiritual level. I still feel you have a very deep voice. You speak for a lot of people through your music. Whenever I listen to your music, I feel you represent a much broader audience where you are very much relatable. Like I listen to you, the stories that you write about, that's the stories that a normal person or people go through, and
Yeah.
you're able to relate in the most simplest way. It's not easy to be that simple, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, I feel like with that what makes you special, you know, with whenever I listen to
So
your stuff, with
nice.
us being having to work all the time.
Yeah.